for tonight's non-conference matchup between Xavier and West
Bay
Appear.
Conference.
Oh, it is a Bay Conference.
Yeah.
I'm thinking football.
I know.
I'm thinking
hard to keep
football.
things straight, isn't
Bay
it?
Conference matchup between West Appear
and a big
and
Bay
Xavier.
Conference matchup.
Yeah,
Ricardo.
and I think, well, there's a little bit of electricity running through now as more people are kind of coming in to the gym, Brett. But these are two big rivals when it comes to the basketball court. Both very good programs. We're just proud to bring this game again. Another USA Today Network Wisconsin digital live stream. I'm Ricardo Arguello, hanging out as always with Brett Christopherson, bringing you those high-definition shots, Jim Rosandick, and, of course, our fourth member, who shall remain nameless, the secret weapon. But, yeah, we're really excited for this one, Brett. This is my first time seeing Xavier and West Appear. West Appear's missing a few of their big guns, but we're expecting a good competitive game, Brett, because these two teams know each other. Same conference, good rivalry.
Yeah, the two best teams in the Bay Conference, right? First of all, it's great to be back at Torchy Clark Gym. It's been way too long, and love the atmosphere here. You got to kind of shout a little bit when that band's pumping out the tunes. You got the low ceilings, right? You feel like you were right on top of the floor. So it's just great to be back at really one of the most historic basketball venues around, and certainly Northeast Wisconsin, and he put Ron Einerson Fieldhouse in that mix as well down at Neenah. But yeah, things were looking great for Xavier, right? First 14 victories, and then all of a sudden last week they had a hiccup. Losses to Seymour and then Menasha. A Xavier team that's kind of dealing with some injuries off and on, but I think now starting to get healed up, right? Starting to get healthy at the right time. A team that can light it up. They can shoot the three. We'll talk about that. They can defend. They can force turnovers. Conversely, West Appear's playing some of its best basketball going into this game. We'll talk about that as well. Unfortunately, they're going to be out. Ethan Heck, their leading scorer, one of the guys. And I believe also going to be missing Easton DeShane, a really talented sophomore, the coach's son. Some ankle injuries that have crept up. But all of a sudden, you look at the Bay Conference, Ricardo, West Appear in first place at 7-2. Xavier a half game behind at 6-2. If the Phantoms can somehow pull out this victory, the shorthanded Phantoms, now they got a little bit of a commanding lead in the Bay Conference. February starts tomorrow, right? There's only a few more weeks left of the regular season. Maybe they can somehow sew up a Bay Conference championship. Conversely, a chance for the Hawks to kind of get back to where they think they belong in first place in the league.
We're expecting a good one again here at Torchy Clark Gymnasium. Visiting West Appear Phantoms and the host Xavier Hawks. Big Bay Conference game. Thank you all for tuning in. Now we're going to give some specifics on both of these teams. I'll start with Xavier. Brett will follow by West Appear. Again, Brett put these together every week. He does a great job kind of gleaning this information off various sites. We thank him for that. I'll start off with Xavier. Xavier 14-2 overall, 6-2 in the Bay. They're ranked 6th in Division III in this week's Associated Press and WisSports.net State Coaches Poll. Again, Brett talked about the coming off back-to-back losses. The most recent, a 59-53 setback. That was this past Friday in the Bay Conference matchup at Menasha. Xavier, again, that two-game losing streak. It's only 2 losses on the season. Tyler Brightman, Alex Sherwood led Xavier with 11 points apiece against Menasha. Sherwood's night also included 13 rebounds, while Brightman added 9 boards. Carson Haley chipped in with 10 points and 3 rebounds. Sam Pfefferly was credited with 9 assists. And the Hawks struggled for three-point range. They were just 6 of 30. That's a 20% showing from beyond the arc. Traditionally, Xavier always one of the best three-point shooting teams around, Brett. 4 players scored in double figures for the Blue Jays. They hit 9 three-pointers in that one. Now Xavier, well, they also had a rough night from the free throw line. Very uncharacteristic for the Hawks. They were 7 of 15. We talked about Alex Sherwood, one of our Fab 5 players. Am I right, Rosie? On the season, Sherwood, team's top scored at 18.9 points a game. That ranked 2nd in the Bay. St. Leo recruit heading to Florida. A smart man there. Shooting 52% overall is Sherwood. From the field, 34% from three-point range and 69% from the line. He's appeared in just 8 games. He's been dealing with some nagging injuries. I've actually had some correspondence with him back and forth on text, Brett, to find out how he's doing. Brightman's next at 12.9 points. He's shooting 59% overall, 43% from distance. Those 21 threes that Brightman hands ranked 3rd on the team. And again, Haley is 3rd in scoring at 11.2. He's shooting 50% overall and 39% from three-point range. He's knocked down 22 triples. Pfefferly's just a shade under 10 points. He's at 9.8 as well for the Hawks. Hayden Quimby, he has the most three-pointers with 29. And we talked about Sherwood and Brightman. Well, they both are a terror on the glass. Sherwood, 11.5 rebounds. Brightman, 8. Sherwood's average is the best in the Bay. Beverly's 5.9 assists per game, tops on the team. Also first in the league. And as a team, Xavier's shooting 49% overall, 36% from three-point range, and 68% from the free throw line. Their opponents are shooting 40% overall, 31% from three-point range, and the Hawks are out rebounding their opponents 37.5 to 29 and averaging 11.4 steals a game. Xavier's averaging 72.6 points a game and allowing 52. Their next game's at Shawano on Friday in a Bay Conference matchup. Shawano's a good team. Tip-off set for 7 p.m. Brett, what can you tell me about those Phantoms?
Well, I can tell you, Ricardo, 9-6 overall. West of Pierce, 7-2 in the Bay Conference. Phantoms, as I said, playing good basketball, winners of 3 straight. 4 of their last 5. They're coming off a 65-59 victory over Shawano on Friday. Bay Conference matchup at West of Pierce. Andrew Baumgart finished with a team-high 15 points to spark the win. Thomas Walder added 11 points. 5 of 5 shooting, also posted 3 assists. Ethan Heck chipped in with 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Sutter DeShane tallied 7 rebounds, while Riley Kraft added 6 boards. Wondering if Riley Kraft, the name Kraft, remember Paul
Seymour
Kraft
kid.
from Seymour?
Yeah.
Wonder if that's maybe that's his kid now. Are we really getting that old where we're starting to see
not that old.
the kids of former standouts? Man, oh man, Ricardo, we've been doing this too long. On the season, Heck is West of Pierce top scorer at 17.5 points per game. He is out tonight, unfortunately, with an ankle injury. That ranks 3rd in the league, too, so one of the league's top scorers. The Michigan Tech recruit, by the way, he's shooting 49% overall, 44% from three-point range, 96% from the free throw line. His 43s also easily lead the team. Baumgart is next at 12.1 points. He's shooting 49% overall, 37% from distance, and 71% from the line. Landon Nordgaard and Easton DeShane, they're each averaging 7.6 points per game. Nordgaard, the team's top rebounder at 5.6 per game. Heck is next at 4.8 boards. Walder leads the way in assists at 2.8 per game. As a team, West of Pierce shooting 47% overall, 34% from three-point range, 65% from the free throw line. Opponents are shooting 45% overall, 32% from three-point land. Phantoms, Ricardo, also a slight rebounding edge over their opponents, 26.9 to 25.2 per game. Also averaging 7.1 steals per game. And then looking again at the scoreboard, West of Pierce averaging 65.5 points per game and allowing 58.7. Up next for West of Pierce, doesn't get any easier. They're at Little Chute.
Yeah.
The Mustangs playing excellent basketball. I think Little Chute 15-1 on the year, top 10 team in the state. They're at Little Chute on Friday. That's a non-conference matchup. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m.
Brett, I'm updating all my social media accounts. Twitter, you can follow me at Ricardo DeLeon. You can follow Brett at PC Brett C and Rosie at Metal Rosie. I'm also on Instagram at Ricardo DeLeon as well. Feel free to add me on as well.
Shout out to our sponsors, Ricardo. First, Cellcom. Let the good folks at Cellcom help you accomplish your resolution to save with their largest sign-on bonus ever. Get $500 when activating a new smartphone line. Plus, make the switch to Cellcom and get up to an additional $650 per line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details. And Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. Get your team, club, or business name out there with Cooney's. They customize products specifically to fit their customers' needs. Family owned for 20 years, they have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your organization. Delivery service is available. Contact them today, 920-731-0922, or send them an email at Cooney's, COONEYS 0922 at sbcglobal.net. Want to thank Luke Herigis, the athletic director here, Ricardo. Also the girls volleyball coach, correct?
Oh, yeah, does a great job. Xavier won the volleyball state title, Brett.
How about that? So thanks to Luke for letting us hang out here at Torchy Clark Gym. Great to be back. Also their IT staff for making sure we're all hooked up, ready to go. Looking forward to this one. Good to check out the Bay. We've done some, we've been a few conferences. We're also going to hit the Northeastern Conference here in February as well. So spreading out here a little bit as we get into crunch time in some of these conference championships. The races coming into more of a focus. So this is one of those matchups. Xavier West of Pere. Let's see who ends up in first place after this one. Will it remain the Phantoms, or can Xavier leapfrog West of Pere and take that top spot again? We're going to get the starting fives for both squads in a moment. First, though, our national anthem.
Tonight, we host a big conference game between the Phantoms of West of Pere High School and your Hawks of Xavier High School. At this time, direct your attention in the mid-court area near the Xavier team bench for an important message from Xavier sophomore Luke Oldhaven.
Good evening and welcome to Xavier. We appreciate your attendance at this game and hope you enjoy it. As athletes, we ask that all spectators promote and exhibit the ideas of good sportsmanship and respect for our opponents and officials. Thank you.
At this time, we ask those who are able to please remain standing as we honor America to show respect for those who have defended our country as well as those who are currently protecting our freedom. We ask everyone to place your hand over your hearts, and gentlemen, remove your hats. Now, our national anthem as performed by Xavier Senior Megan Schmidt.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red lamps bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
Wow, Xavier student Megan Schmidt with the nice national anthem, Brett. Maybe they should let you sing those ones
No,
once in a while.
boy. I said every dog in the vicinity would be howling if I was trying to sing anything.
Waiting for the starting lineups for tonight's game again here at Torchy Clark Gymnasium. West of Pere Phantoms paying the Xavier Hawks a visit.
What a home court advantage here,
Oh,
huh?
I
I
love
mean,
it
this
here.
is. I mean, we're practically on the floor. It's again been a few years since we've been able to get here for a number of reasons. Obviously, I think we know some of them. Unfortunately, what everybody had to go through, right? But this is this is one of the great venues. If you've never been here, you got to check out a game here.
Absolutely.
They don't even have seats, Ricardo. They're sitting on the benches.
Here's the starting lineup for West of Pere: Thomas Walder, Riley Kraft, Langdon Nordgaard, Sutter DeShane, and Andrew Baumgart. We wait for the Xavier Hawks. Oh, they're coming out. They're dropping the lights a little bit, doing a little Chicago Bulls action.
Yeah, they got a little video board here,
Oh,
too.
very nice.
Gone are the old scoreboards and in with the new. A lot of these schools now have these video boards.
They just need a little serious, right, Rosie? A little. Who does that? Emerson, Lake and Palmer. What was it? Oh, Alan Parsons Project. Yeah.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
I don't know.
Come on.
It's progressive stuff. I don't know the bands.
This is a pretty good video presentation here at Torchy Clark, showing some highlights, showing the starting five. More and more schools are going to be getting this stuff.
Looks great. I want to tell you, Brett, I was here in the fall to cover a Xavier Fox Valley Lutheran girls volleyball game. It was packed and it was loud.
It's loud here tonight. I mean, we got a nice crowd. You got the band pumping. So, as I said, the low ceilings, a classic old barn. And I hope that they never get rid of this place. This is a fun it's fun for the opponents, even though it's a pain in the butt for them too. But you know the opposing fans love coming here, the opposing team as well.
Absolutely.
Thanks to everybody checking us out tonight on postgresson.com, greenbaypressgazette.com, both Facebook pages, and our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel. Please give that a subscription if you don't mind. I'm also going to talk about a great subscription deal to all of our USA Today Network Wisconsin sites later in the webcast. But Ricardo, you got the starting five for Xavier?
I do. Sam Pfefferly, 6'1" junior. Carson Haley, 6'2" senior. Nate Twombly, 6'1" senior. Tyler Brightwin, 6'5" junior. And Alex Sherwood, 6'7" senior. Those are a lot of football players I noticed on the team, Brett. Obviously, Twombly was a quarterback. I believe Pfefferly was one of the receivers. And Tyler Brightman, he had like 7 or 8 interceptions, Brett. Very nice year for the junior. It's a big corner, 6'5".
Sherwood against Nordgaard to start this off, and Xavier controls the tip. We're underway at Torchy Clark Gym. Great to be here, this Big Bay Conference matchup. And right away, Xavier shooting a three. How about that? Carson Haley coming out and dropping one, wasting no time. I was going to talk about kind of the struggles that Xavier's had shooting the basketball the last 2 games, but everything looked pretty good on that shot, Ricardo. Haley knocking it down, 3-0 early lead.
Good start for the Hawks. Get the crowd right into it. Not that they needed any more excitement, Brett.
There's a triple, and that's short. That was number 35, Andrew Baumgart, 6'3" junior. Look at this. Fast down the floor, Haley inside.
Is that Brightman?
Yep. Good job by the Phantoms, though, to get back. That's one thing you got to be wary of, right? Or certainly practice. Get down the floor against the Xavier team. There you go. There's another triple. Nate Twombly, his turn, and a quick 6-point lead for the Hawks.
And you were saying they were struggling last game. They've hit 2-on-2 on their first 3 quarters.
Ricardo,
tonight.
they were 6 of 30 versus Menasha from 3, and then the night before, or the game before, 8 of 32 against Seymour. So definitely struggling the last 2 games. Certainly a major factor in why they lost those 2 games, but 2 for 2 so far for Matt Klarner's crew as the Hawks up 6 and with the basketball.
Well, a team that needs a win is really bad is the Hawks, Brett. 2-game losing streak.
Well, we talked about it, though. A team that's been dealing with some injuries. I think Sherwood's only played in 8 games so far. At least that was what we saw on the Wiz Sports website. But he's been dealing with some nagging injuries, so finally getting this squad healthy and together. Twombly picks up the foul, first foul of the night either side. And again, West Pere, as we said, dealing with the injury bug as well with Ethan Heck, the Michigan Tech recruit. He's out tonight, one of the leading scorers in the league. But we'll see how this West Pere team compensates. They look big and strong, don't they?
They absolutely do.
Tough scoop shot, and I think that might be a foul. Is that going to be on Haley?
I think so.
Xavier Fallen, number 5, Carson Haley, his first team second. At the line, shooting 2, number 22, Riley Kraft.
Is that who they got, Ricardo? Was that Haley?
Yes.
All right. Free throw no good for Riley Kraft. Xavier beat West Pere 65-49 back on December 16th at West Pere. Tyler Brightman led the Hawks. He had 20 points that night. Also finished with 9 rebounds and 3 assists. Hayden Quimby, he had 12 points and knocked down 4 3-pointers. As Kraft 1 of 2. Andrew Baumgart, he paced the Phantoms that night with 13 points and 5 rebounds. Easton DeShane, he had 10 points. That triple rimmed out. Pretty good look by, I believe that was Sam Pfefferly. And Nordgaard's going to drive baseline. Tough take. Can he get it to fall? No good.
Brightman with a nice rebound for Xavier, Brett.
Ethan Hack, he had 7 rebounds in that victory. Sherwood, I think they're going to get steps.
Yeah.
Neither team shot particularly well that night, Ricardo. Xavier was 8 of 24 from 3-point range, while West Pere was 6 of 24 from distance and 33% overall. So far, so good for Xavier, though, with those 2 early threes. Definitely tell a little bit extra juice here tonight, right, to the 2 front runners in the Bay. Going at it here.
Nice crowds filled in, Brett.
Yeah, looking at the league, New London not far behind at 6-3. Shawano at 5-3. Menasha playing some good basketball with the 5-4 conference record, and there's a good tough take by Thomas Walder. And the first field goal of the night for West De Pere. New London, though, I just saw they got beat pretty handily last night by Little Chute.
Walder with the foul for West De Pere.
Yeah, Little Chute won that one 52-34. New London, that's a 13-4 team overall. Also, Bondwell beating Green Bay West last night, 64-42. There's Alex Sherwood, one of your Fab Fives, Ricardo.
Yeah, and that's a good matchup for Sherwood down low.
Travel the call there.
First turnover for West De Pere.
Other Bay Conference games or games involving Bay Conference teams tonight. Green Bay West is at Stockbridge, Plymouth at Green Bay East, Seymour at Menasha, and Shawano at Anago. The Red Robins. You ever been to Anago?
I've been to Red Robins.
Okay. Another sponsorship opportunity right there. Another triple that was no good for Nate Twombly. He was looking for his second. 8-3 Phantoms lead. Nordgaard from the top, short on that one. Good look, though. Got to be on our toes tonight, Ricardo. It's going to be a fast-paced game, isn't it?
I missed seeing Xavier's attack.
I know. It's fun to watch.
Fun. Yeah, fun to watch, but tough to keep track of.
Yeah, West De Pere, they like to get up the floor, too. And there's Twombly getting inside. Little shot in the paint. He's got 5 points and a 7-point advantage as we look at our Cellcom and Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear scoreboard. That's tough. You got that student section right there in the corner. They're right on top of you. Three from the rainbow three. Woo! Wow, how about that by Bryce Borowitz?
That was a raindrop right there, my friend.
That Borowitz name familiar. The former his father, the Ashwaubenon star back in the day, right?
Ryan Borowitz?
Yeah, now runs the driveway and played at UW Green Bay. Saw him here tonight. Triple again. Look at this. Back to back. That's Andrew Baumgart. And a couple three-pointers in return for the Phantoms, cutting that deficit down to 1 very fast. Yeah, Ryan Borowitz, he could shoot.
He has that gym that he runs, too.
Yeah, the driveway. So, you know that the younger Borowitz, he's practiced those threes from time to time. Is that Baumgart again? Another one from the corner.
Big guy's feeling it.
Yes, Andrew Baumgart, 6'3 junior, and just like that, 3 straight triples. The Phantoms with the lead. Here's a kick out. Sherwood's going to step back from the corner, knocks it down. Threes are raining here at Torchy Clark tonight.
Yeah, Brett, the last 4 field goals, all three-pointers for both teams.
Good start to this one. Both teams shooting well. And I think both teams, Ricardo, feeding off the energy inside this gym. Big crowd here, big game. Nordgaard strong on that one. Of course, the Nordgaard name is well familiar.
I have heard it a time or two in this area.
Yeah. Jeff Nordgaard is Landon's father, the former UW Green Bay standout as well. So you got a couple former Fighting Phoenix. Maybe you should get their takes on what's going on at that program right now with the coaching change. Who's going to take over the Fighting Phoenix on the men's side?
2-21. Is that their record, Brett?
Yeah.
I say that with a smile on my face. I'm a UW Milwaukee grad, so.
Well, one of the names I brought up, I thought maybe would be interesting to see if there's interest, is John Tharp at Hillsdale.
Yes.
And Nordgaard gets the friendly bounce. And the Phantoms with the lead.
Nice run here by West De Pere. They were down 10-3 at one point, Brett.
Ricardo, 5 players have already scored for the Phantoms. Nice offensive board for Sherwood. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. Baumgart picks up his first. Sherwood, he's got 5 points, including the three-pointer. First trip to the free throw line for the Hawks tonight, and short on that. Yeah, Sherwood, as we mentioned, NCAA Division II scholarship, going to St. Leo. That's coached by Lance Randall. Remember him? Former Oshkosh West coach. He led the Wildcats to back-to-back D1 state championships back in 06 and 07. I should say. He's now the St. Leo coach. You said that's in Florida, right? St. Leo's Florida.
Yeah, and that is there's been a pipeline there. There's been several Valley players that have gone down there.
And there's another 3 for the Phantoms. Preston Hine. Make it 6 players who have scored for the Phantoms. And 4 3-pointers in this first half by West De Pere. Yeah, Sherwood also had D2 offers from Hillsdale, which is coached by John Tharp. And there's another 3.
That's Haley.
Is that Haley again?
Oh, Hayden Quimby, I'm sorry. Number
That's
3.
Right. Yep. Sherwood also had an offer from Northern Michigan. And there's a rebound by Sherwood. Seems like he's been here forever. There's that quick outlet pass. You got to be ready for that, Ricardo. They get down the floor fast. That's Tyler Brightman, his first bucket. And that's 5 players who have scored for the Hawks. So all told in this early stages of this game, Ricardo, 11 different players have scored.
Quimby with the foul, the junior 6-foot guard. Yeah, that's what we're used to seeing here at Xavier. Fast-paced, fun games. 19-17 lead for Xavier. 10:28 left in the first half. Three-point basket is good, Brett.
Oh, who's that?
Kraft.
My goodness. Kraft now with 4. And another 3 rainbow, and look at this. Tyler Brightman answering.
A nice parabola for all you math aficionados out there.
The pace is too fast that I can't even add up what's going on right now. We're a 4-man crew. We need a statistician here.
You just got to quit getting old is what it is.
I put my head down to write in the book, and next thing you know, let me add this up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triples for Xavier, and same for the West De Pere. So 10 threes in this game, and we're barely, not even at the halfway point of this first half. Nice steal, and that Twombly reading that throughout all the way. 6'1" senior Nate Twombly with the steal.
Always got to worry about those cross-court passes.
Another 3, that's a little long. That was Luke Kroll, number 13, the 6'2" junior. And I think we're going to get to a Xavier foul. Four-team fouls for the Hawks, 2 for West De Pere. Look at our Cellcom Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear scoreboard, 22-20. A fast-paced game, 10 threes combined. Both teams with 5 threes. Shooting lights out here at Torchy Clark Gym. Good double team, but nice finish. Wow. Thomas Walder, I thought there was no way he was going to get a shot off, but he able to kind of elevate above that tough defense and get that one to fall. And that was a miscommunication there. Walder with 4 points.
I have Xavier with 5 turnovers so far, Brett.
Todd DeShane, he's in his 4th season as West De Pere's head coach. Also coached at O'Connell Falls for 3 seasons, Marion for 1. There's a little mid-range baseline jumper. That was no good, but a good look by Riley Kraft. Sherwood, he's going to let it fly from the top. Why not? Why not, right?
He has a good shot there, Brett.
Doesn't matter who it is on the floor, right? You got to close out. You can't leave those shooters open. Blocked by Sherwood this time. Boy, just both teams scrambling on defense all over the place. There's a skip pass. He was trying to, I think, read Bryce Borowitz, maybe thinking he's going to slide more to that corner. Some miscommunication there. Sherwood, Ricardo, coming into this game, 6th in school history in career scoring. He entered with 1,159 points. Needs 100 more again coming in to reach the top 5. That's quite the list. Hunter Plowman, of course, the all-time leading scorer. That was set back in 2018. He took down Kip Whitlinger's longtime record as Sherwood trying to battle. Gets his own miss, and he's going to the line.
Sherwood already with 5 rebounds and a block, Brett. How many points does he have? Did you have him for?
Sherwood, I have Ricardo with 9 points already.
Okay.
Maybe he'll get to 5th place tonight. He needed 100.
Of course, you jinxed him. Way to go, Brett.
The way this game's going, right? Yeah, the all-time Hunter Plowman, 1,750 points. We were here the night he broke the record. Kip Whitlinger, he had the record for 54 seasons with 1,656. Of course, Hunter Plowman at UW Oshkosh, one of the key members of that great Titans team, as Sherwood knocks down the second. Brad Sawinski's number 3, Jeff Dorschner number 4, Charlie Pfefferly number 5. He just graduated. Tough shot by Nordgaard and gets that one to fall. That Brightman gets whistled for the foul. And Nordgaard a chance for the 3-point play. Good on that, and Nordgaard now with 5 quick points as well. Back and forth we go in this great Bay Conference matchup.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, knocked away. That was, I believe, Kraft, and knocked away right back. And down the floor, here comes Sherwood going against Nordgaard, and they're going to get Nordgaard. That will be his second. He can't believe the call.
Sherwood was going to go all Dunkarama. And Nordgaard saying, hey, I blocked that. I hit the ball.
And now a decision for head coach Todd DeShane. He's got 2 fouls on Landon Nordgaard, one of the key pieces of that West De Pere puzzle. Sherwood now 2 of 5 from the free throw line. Hey, I wanted to finish that thought on the leading scorers in Xavier boys history. You know who's number 7 on that list? Chris DeMarco, assistant coach for the Golden State Warriors. Wonder if he's watching us tonight.
Why wouldn't he be? Unless they got a game.
Well, he might be hanging out with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green and those guys. Jordan Poole. Nordgaard, he's staying in, and now that one rims out. Good rebound by Sherwood. Sherwood, 6'7" senior. 3 by Haley from the corner. And I think they're going to get number 13, Luke Kroll. That'll be his second.
27-25 lead for the Hawks. 6:54 left in the first half.
Fun game. I'll never forget the first time I stepped foot in this gym. It was Xavier against St. Mary's Central back in the late 90s. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. This place was jammed. I'm talking standing room only by where you enter. To our left, 3-point opportunity, no good for Sutter DeShane. And it was loud, and Lee Rubbus was the Xavier head coach at the time. Now the Neenah head coach. and intense. I believe Mark Zabel was the Zephyrs coach, father to Allie Zabel, the great player at Neenah. And it was just wild. They had a chain set up so you couldn't get, past a certain point, I should say, under the baseline over there to our left. And just couldn't believe this place. What an atmosphere. Just kind of soaked it all in that night.
Yeah, my first time here was not for a game. I came here to interview a couple of girls volleyball players. This was in 2006. I remember who they were because they were two outstanding volleyball players, Nicole Brown and Mary Beth O'Brien. I remember thinking, this is the high school gym. It's so close.
I know. It's what it used to be, right? Way back in the day when 60s and 70s, and now there's kind of those big field house, not even a field house, just bigger multi-purpose gyms. And there are a lot of nice gyms, but there's just something unique about this. There's Borowitz letting it fly, can't get it to fall. A lot of history in this old gymnasium. Blocked. Wow. Yeah, that was Sutter Deshane. I believe, was that Hayden Quimby going up for it? And Deshane says not going to happen, the son of the head coach.
Now, did Mickey Crow play here?
He did. Back in, I believe, December of 1974.
That must have been something to watch.
Oh, yeah, imagine what this place was like that night. Hoping to do something on Mickey Crow here soon. Talked to him quite a bit. Not going to say quite what we have cooking up, but I think folks are going to be quite interested in the story and video. We'll just put it that way. I guess that puts me on the hook to do it.
Yeah, I know. Now you can't back out, my friend.
Yeah. Do it more as we get into the tournament season, when everybody's mind's on basketball. Almost a steal. Tough shot in the paint. That rims out. That was a good look by Andrew Baumgart.
It was.
And stolen right back. Here comes Baumgart. It's 2-on-3. Little Euro step kind of move. Can't get it to fall off the glass. Nice job on the rebound by Tyler Brightman, the 6'5 junior. And back and forth we go again. Sherwood, I think he's going to get called for steps.
Brett, Xavier has 10 turnovers.
Yeah, too much.
Way too many.
Way too many, but doesn't this type of style kind of lead to...
Right, but some of these are silly turnovers.
You can see Matt Klarner, the longtime coach, talking to the official right in front of us. But what a job Matt Klarner has done. 12th season already guiding the Hawks. I have him down for a 240-62 record.
That's a heck of a record.
795 winning percentage. He's got the Division III state title back in 2017, and then back-to-back Division III runners-up in 2015 and 16. Remember that 16-17 team that won state? 28-0. Just a phenomenal run. How about Baumgart? He thought he was fouled. Now Sherwood leading the break, and another turnover.
Yeah,
I think he was trying to do the no-look.
He was. But Brightman didn't see it, ironically enough.
Yeah, Matt Klarner, I have him as the program's winningest coach, 240 victories. The legendary Torchy Clark, the namesake of this great gym, second with 208 wins. Borowitz driving, little scoop shot. Nice job with the finish. That's the thing you got to be cognizant about with Bryce Borowitz. He's a shooter. Kind of come out on him. He showed a quick step to get into the paint, and then a nice job to finish with that scoop shot. Nordgaard, he was looking for the outlet pass. He's coming up the floor fast. Thinking about going against Sherwood, now kicks it out. You can hear Coach Deshane calling out instructions. Nice little bounce pass. Nordgaard can't get it to fall. Some contact underneath, letting them play a little bit.
They are. This game has a good flow to it, Brett. Not a lot of fouls.
Sherwood, deep three. Why not? Why not? And he's saying, you're going to have to guard me out here, which is going to pose a matchup problem because he's got the quick step off the bounce. You close out, he can beat you to the rim.
He looks fully healthy now. Look at that.
14 points for Sherwood, by the way, including 3 threes.
10 rebounds. 9 rebounds as well, Brett, the block shot.
He's got 9 boards already?
Yes.
Wow. So one more from posting a double-double. She's going to take another one, deep three, and he hits it again. How about Alex Sherwood lighting it up? 17 points for the St. Leo recruit in 4 triples. And those aren't just towing the line threes. He's got the steal there, too, playing some defense on this end.
Yeah, I have him for, so yeah, he has 2 steals in the block, 9 boards. He's doing it all right now for Xavier, Brett. Oh, boy.
There it is again. Nordgaard with the closeout, but Sherwood over Nordgaard, and I wonder if West De Pere is going to want to call a timeout. Alex Sherwood sizzling hot right now. That's 5 threes this half. Rainbow 3 rims out. That was Borowitz. And here comes Twombly. Bounce pass inside
Brightman.
to Brightman. 7 points for Brightman, and look at this. In the blink of an eye, it's an 11-point lead
And
for the Hawks.
11-0 run, Brett. 3 3-pointers by Sherwood.
Sherwood with 20 points this
Travel.
half, and now we have a travel call. What do you do when a guy's that hot? That was a good contest by Landon Nordgaard there. He just rainbowed it up over the 6'5 Nordgaard and was able to get it to splash. When you're just hot, you're hot, right? And why not find him again? There you can see Borowitz trying to play that pass.
Let me tell you something. You know, Sherwood's such a talented big man. Oh, look at him trying to dig out that pass inside. We're going to have a jump ball.
Looks like it's going to go to West De Pere.
Yep. But he came in for the Fab 5 shoot. Remember that, Rosie? We have some really good bigs. Him and Jeremy Lorenz.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a, 6'7", 6'8" guy out of Brillion going to GB. I'm sorry, going to Wofford, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that a foul on Xavier? That would be team foul number 7. So bonus coming up for West De Pere. Pfefferly gets called for the foul. Puts Xavier in the penalty. So 1-1 coming up for Thomas Walder. First trip to the free throw line and can't get that one to fall. Big rebound though, and a much needed basket. How about that? By Baumgart. He's got 8. Well, he just kind of grabbed that out of the Xavier player's hands and stopped that 11-0 run.
Zone now for West De Pere, Brett.
Little 2-3 zone. Beautifully done by the Hawks. Breaking it down. That's Brightman. I think Brightman, I've got him for 9. 3 for
Wow, that's out there.
West De Pere. That was Preston Heim, no good. And right down the floor. Two-handed slam. Alex Sherwood now with 22 points this half.
Thank you very much, my friend. And we have a one-on-one foul.
That's going to be on Haley. So the 8th team foul, 1-1 still for the Phantoms. But how about Alex Sherwood, Ricardo? Lighting it up, 5 3-pointers, and then now the two-handed slam. He's all over the place. Bryce Borowitz at the line, gets the front end to fall. He's got 6. You know, coming into this game, as far as three-point shooting, Xavier entered ranked 7th among Division III teams in three-point makes with 144, so not a surprise to see him knocking them down. What is a surprise is to see how hot they were or are after those really ice-cold shooting performances last week against Seymour and Menasha. So certainly have found their shooting rhythm. Again, working against that zone. You're going to leave Haley wide open. He can knock him down, and Sherwood another almost to the rebound, but now the Phantoms on the move. And if you're West De Pere with 12 seconds to go, you want to hold for this last shot. Three-pointer from the corner, rims out. Sherwood has it. He's got 5 seconds to go. He's looking up at the scoreboard, kicks out. Twombly's going to let it fly. Got it! Got it at the buzzer. And what a half for the Hawks. What a closing segment of that half, Ricardo, for the Hawks.
Boy, now this is a Hawks team that we're kind of used to seeing, Brett. 45-31. Now, at one point, the game was tied 27-27, Brett. It was an 18-4 run by Xavier over the last part of the first half to get this big 45-31 lead.
Unbelievable. And that's why I said maybe you want to hold for that last shot, right?
And they
let it fly maybe a little bit too early because you saw how quickly they got down the floor. And Twombly knocking it down. Hey, it's halftime here at Torchy Clark Gym. And a quick look at our Cellcom and Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear scoreboard shows the Hawks leading the Phantoms 45-31 in this key Bay Conference matchup. We'll talk more about tonight's game and what we have coming up digitally at USA Today Network Wisconsin after this quick break.
From the top of the 222 building on College Avenue in downtown Appleton, it's Varsity Roundtable. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricardo Arguello.
Welcome back to Torchy Clark Gym. We're at Xavier High School here in Appleton, Wisconsin. Halftime. And again, as you look at our Cellcom Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear scoreboard, the Hawks 45-31 lead over West of Pere. An explosive closing part of that second half. I'll let Ricardo kind of explain the run as he's busy updating his Twitter account. Give him a follow at Ricardo De Leon and give me a follow at PC Bretzi. Don't forget about Jim Rosandick at Metal Rosie. METALROSIE. Hey, again, thanks to our sponsors. Cellcom, get $500 when activating a new smartphone line, plus make the switch to Cellcom and get up to an additional $650 per line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details. And Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear, they have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your organization. Contact them today at 920-731-0922 or send them an email at Cooney's, COONEYS 0922 at SBCglobal.net. Also want to give a plug again to USA Today Sports Plus. That's the new sports app that puts the fans first. Get the latest scores, stats, and standings and enjoy interactive experiences with our award-winning sports writers. Download USA Today Sports Plus from the Apple or Google Play stores today. USA Today Sports Plus, fan harder. Ricardo.
Yeah, let me talk for
what was that run there?
Here's a little snack for you.
Okay.
I'm going to talk for a little bit, Brett. First off, the end of that first half, 18-4 run by Xavier. Now, this was a back-and-forth game up to that point. Tied 27-27. Then all of a sudden you start to see Alex Sherwood start turning into Superman, right?
I guess.
He had 3 3-pointers. He had that block shot in that sequence. He had a steal. And I know he had a couple assists, too. I know one down low to Brightman, Brett, as well. And he was just doing it all. Again, 22 points, 10 rebounds. I have him for a couple of steals.
That's a good 2-game total.
And a block shot, yeah. And just a fantastic half for him. And, again, the 18-4 run really put Xavier in command now. We know West of Pere is playing a little shorthanded, Brett. You know, this is going to be tough for them to come back now. Do I think that Sherwood's going to have that kind of a second half? I don't know. I'm just saying it's going to be tough to come back against a team that's rolling like Xavier. And what I liked about the Hawks, Brett, is the defense kind of set up for stuff. Now, they scored 45 points. They played relatively well. West of Pere only held to 31 points. But, Brett, they scored 45 points, and they had 12 turnovers. themselves. So Xavier can play an even better half, in my opinion. We'll see what happens in that second half.
Ricardo, 10 first half three-pointers for Xavier, including 5 for Alex Sherwood. Keep in mind, Xavier had a combined 14 threes in last week's losses to Seymour and Menasha, so almost equaling that 2-game total in the first half. So 30 of the 45 points that Xavier scored in that opening half coming from beyond the arc. Incredible display of shooting there.
You know, Brett, if I may, tomorrow we're going to be having the Kakana wrestling team on the show. Bryce Winans, Lucas Peters, and Grayson Clark on the big show, but hopefully we'll be able to get the team there as well. Brett, they're having like a team bonding bowling thing going on.
Yeah, why don't we join them?
Yeah, we probably should. But they'll be coming to the office right after that. 7 o'clock is the start of the show. Please check that out. The only online high school sports talk show in the state. Again, featuring the two-time defending state champion Kakana
and
Ghost wrestling team.
Grayson Clark? He's chasing history, isn't he?
He is. He's trying to become one of the few wrestlers in the state history to have. He has 3 state championships, but he's gunning for his 4th. That's got to be one of the biggest stories of the prep year in our area for sure. Seeing him possibly win that 4th state title. Again, that's coming up this Wednesday.
Yep, and then didn't get a chance to do our promos because the game was just so fast as the Hawks coming out to the floor. We're going to see if this hoop is just as kind as the other hoop in the first half, but we're going to be back at it. Our next, we're doing 2 Varsity Game of the Week live streams right now, kind of as we hit February. Our Clubhouse Live show is done for the season, our Packer show, so it opens up a little bit extra time for us to start doing 2 games a week. We got a great game coming up Saturday. Actually, we're going to kind of switch gears and focus on the girls here for the next,
3 games.
Week plus, right? We have 3 big games coming up. First is Saturday afternoon. It's an afternoon game. Big non-conference girls matchup as Hortonville hosts Notre Dame, right? The Polar Bears are ranked number 2 in Division 1, while the back-to-back state champion Tritons are ranked number 1 in Division 2. Live coverage for that game will tip off at approximately 1:15 p.m. And again, you can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. Then next Tuesday night, a week from tonight, we got the top-ranked Freedom Girls in Division 3 taking on a very good Fox Valley Lutheran team.
Yes.
That's going to be at Fox Valley Lutheran. The Foxes are chasing the Irish in that NEC, the battle for the NEC title. So that's going to be a good game. Again, about 7 o'clock we'll go live roughly. And then the following Friday, maybe the game of the night in the state is number 2, Hortonville hosts number 3, Neenah, down at Ron Einerson Fieldhouse. So 3 fantastic girls matchups coming up. You're going to be seeing some of the top teams in the state in action on the girls' side over the next 3 weeks, or the next 3 games. So can't wait for that. That's going to be a lot of fun, Ricardo.
Man, those are 3 primetime games, really.
First half scoring for, let's do the Xavier Hawks first. Quimby with 3, Haley with 3, Trombley with 8, Brightman with 9, and Sherwood with 22, including 5 of Xavier's 10 triples. For West De Pere, Borowitz I have for, 7, Heim with 3, Walder with 4, Kraft with 4, Nordgaard with 5, and Baumgart with 8. West De Pere with 5 threes in the first half, so a combined 15 triples that half. I got to talk to Luke Hare just after the game. Did he take a little screwdriver and kind of softening those rims a little bit, or that was pretty much nothing but net shots? So
to tell you the truth, it's just super accurate shooting from the Hawks. I mean, this is quite the clinic they're putting on tonight. 10 3-pointers in the first half. Alex Sherwood, I think he's rounding into shape. I'll ask him after the game. I know when I talked to him a week and a half ago, and he said he was coming back. He said, I'm playing some limited minutes. You know, I'm rounding back, kind of like rounding back into shape he was kind of alluding to. I think he's fully back healthy now.
We're
very close to it.
He looked pretty good in that first half. Hey, by the way, great deal on a digital subscription right now to the Post-Crescent, the Press Gazette, all of our USA Today Network Wisconsin sites for the next 3 months. You can get all the benefits included with a digital subscription for just $1. Includes full access on your desktop, tablet, and mobile devices every day. Exclusive subscriber newsletters, the e-edition, access to USA Today Sports Plus app. So Again, just go to postcrescent.com/subscribe, greenbaypressgazette.com/subscribe, and get in on that fantastic deal. We would appreciate your support. Just $1 for the next 3 months.
Brett, another thing to watch, not only did Sherwood have 10 rebounds, I mean, Xavier out-rebounded West of Pere 18-8. Now, those are unofficial, but I think you saw kind of like the domination of Xavier, especially over the last 7 or 8 minutes of the game, of the first half, I should say.
Second half about to tip off, get underway. Xavier will have the ball to start. Up 14.
You know, I'm watching Alex Sherwood. Brett Rosie, can you get the camera on him? He has the little sleeve over that right ankle, lower leg part.
There's a good look at it right there.
That's what he's trying to come back and get healthy from. I see a very ever so slight limp. I don't think it affects his mobility at all, but it is there. I'll ask him afterwards. Give me the percentage, Alex. What are you at?
There's a tough take. Again, offensive rebound, and gets it to fall. That's Twombly. He's got 10. Boy, physical player is Nate Twombly, Ricardo.
Oh, he's a physical quarterback. Remember, he could do it all. He had a nice year rushing and leading the Xavier ground game. He had some games where he just had he basically accounted for all their touchdowns.
Yeah, 6'1", Nate Twombly, but built very tough, very strong, and very active. There's a three from the corner, no good. It was a good look by Sutter Deshane. And look at this down the floor, and stolen. West of Pere doing a good job there getting out. Xavier loves to do that, right? Get that defensive rebound, and somebody's leaking, and it typically can be wide open.
Trying to get the defense napping just a bit.
There's Deshane again. That time it's good.
That's a nice looking shot.
His first basket. And let's see if the Phantoms have a comeback in them. Well, I thought Sherwood was going to let it fly. Good ball movement. Nice little shot fake.
Oh,
and lane is wide open for Sam Pfefferly.
Hey, give credit to Pfefferly, Brett, there. He saw the opening after attempting that three-point shot. Faking the three-point shot attempt, got his guy in the air. That left an alley right to the bucket for him.
Ricardo, those good fundamentals, right? Just those little ball fakes, shot fakes, even a little jab step to clear space. And he took what maybe was a good shot for him and made it a great shot. Ooh, almost. For the Hawks, that was a pretty good job by Tyler Brightman looking to seal off the defender. And what are they going to say here? It's going to stay with the Hawks?
Xavier,
okay.
Yeah. Hey, Twombly with 3 rebounds already to start the half, Brett. And,
offensive foul.
Yep. So 2 turnovers for Xavier already.
Haley now picks up his third. So let's see what Matt Klarner wants to do. I think he's going to sub out Haley with those 3 fouls. Luke Kroll will come in, the 6'2 junior. 49-34. We look again at our Cellcom Coonies Embroidery and Sportswear scoreboard. 10 first half threes if you missed it for the Hawks. West of Pere, though, with 6 triples now. And we're going to get another foul on the Hawks. That'll be number 2 on Sam Pfefferly. Right now, West of Pere with the half-game lead in the Bay Conference over Xavier.
Nordgaard, oh, lost it for a second.
Landon Nordgaard's brother, Ricardo. Remember Dawson Nordgaard?
Yes.
He's playing collegiately at Michigan Tech. That also includes former Ashwaubenon star Marcus Tomaszek. I think it's pronounced Tomaszek, actually.
Yes.
And that's a good offensive rebound and putback by Kraft, who's got 6. Of course, that's where Ethan Heck, West of Pere standout, will be playing collegiately as well. Heck out tonight with that ankle injury. So Michigan Tech, a little bit of a pipeline down here, is blocked as Sherwood went up for it. Good job by Deshane to get his hand on that. Brightman, though, with the finish. Kind of waiting for a defender to kind of close that out. It didn't. Lane stayed open, and Brightman now with 11. And how about that for a reverse by the big fella? Is that Baumgart now with 10? Wow. Who was that?
That was number 13, Krull.
A triple.
Bro, let me tell you, this Baumgart kid, he's built like a Mack truck, isn't he? You know, you ever see the movie Guardians of the Galaxy? He kind of has that Drax, the Destroyer kind of body. You know what I'm talking about, Rosie?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you got to watch the Marvel movies, my friend.
Not interested. I like to watch educational documentaries.
Oh boy, and eat your oatmeal at night.
I like to feed my brain. Walder at the line.
You're just the life of the party, ain't you, Brett?
5. I am. You should see me dance. Walder looking to make it
Batista,
2 of 2,
yes, that's his name.
Gets it to fall through. Walder, Ricardo with 6.
Yeah, we got an update. Nina over Oshkosh West, 39-29. From our buddy John Yoke, that's at half.
Ooh, wow. The offensive board is going to, this time the foul is against West of Pere.
Boy, Krull is quick to the basket.
Yeah, he is. I was just going to say that.
Just a lot of outstanding athletes. Now, Xavier's built different than West of Pere. They don't quite have the bulk, Brett, but boy, are they quick and they are athletic. And for their size, they're physical.
Sherwood's going to take it. Nobody there, and
why
not?
Boy.
He's kind of looking and say, I'm wide open. I don't need to be towing that line. Another three-pointer. He's got 25 on the night and 6 threes for Alex Sherwood.
That bucket's got to be the size of the Grand Canyon for Mr. Sherwood tonight. Almost a turnover for Xavier. Sherwood's like, give me the ball, man.
It'd be like August Maurer we saw last week with that 25, 26-foot game-winning three-point buzzer beater to lead Hortonville to that 87-84 victory over Oshkosh North last Thursday, a game we live stream. Again, you can see the replay of that. We also have a little video clip of it as a separate file. You can find that as well. That was a fun game. Oshkosh North with that furious rally behind Stephen Clark and Xavier Mitchell. But Maurer with the cold-blooded triple to give Hortonville the win. Hortonville playing some good basketball right now, and the boys, both boys and girls. You know who else is playing well? And there's a great feed inside. Sherwood just can't. Stays with it, though. He's finally fouled, working hard. About 3 black jerseys around him.
Working hard. He was telling his teammate, hey, that's my fault. I missed the bunny. But, hey, he gets a chance to redeem himself. A couple free throw opportunities.
I was going to say, who is playing good basketball right now on the FVA side and the boys? Kimberly.
Kimberly is, yes.
Kimberly's heating up and had been doing it without Seth Myron, who was battling an ankle injury as well. I think the talk was maybe Myron might be able to get back at it tonight.
Well, he was out of the boot last time we saw him.
I believe, isn't Kimberly playing Oshkosh North tonight? I think there's a big one down at Oshkosh North, so we'll have to keep our eyes on that, but don't sleep on the Papermakers. In fact, Papermakers ranked in the top 10 in this week's WisSports.net Division I State Coaches Poll. 18-point lead for the Hawks. Good defense by Reed Hippis, number 10, going against number 10, Thomas Walder of West of Pere. Walder working off that screen from the elbow, a little short, and stolen right away by Nordgaard. He's going to spot up from the corner, and too strong. Boy, just fast down the floor. Ooh. And there's Brightman with the offensive rebound and in. Brightman now with 13, and look at this, Ricardo. It's a 20-point advantage for the Hawks.
It's a 10-0 advantage in the rebounding in the second half, Brett.
Wow.
Sherwood with 13 rebounds for the game to lead the Hawks.
There's one speed, isn't it, for Xavier, right? They don't walk the ball off the floor at all. It is get up and down. think a handful of these Phantoms, Ricardo, were on the football team, right? To
Yes.
advance to the Division III state championship game. West Appear falling to Kettle Moraine 27-10. We streamed their state semifinal game against Kakana that was up at Ashwaubenon High School. I don't think you were there that night. No way.
Oh,
That looked good off his
too.
hand. We had a good view of that shot, the trajectory of it. But had great viewership that night. That was a good game that West Appear was able to pull out to Najee Mitchell, the star running back. Remember, he had a big run to the end zone. And cold night at Ashwaubenon. There's Baumgart. Whoa, blocked by Sherwood.
Second block for Sherwood.
Oh, nice recovery. Oh, couldn't get it to fall, though. It was Hayden Quimby.
Just seems
Here
the Hawks
comes-
are everywhere they
Oh,
need to
off the-
be.
look at this, off the glass, rims out. Here comes Baumgart, 2-on-1. I think, we're going to get it here. It's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, Baumgart kind of got stuck in no man's land,
He
right? He
did.
got the ball down low, had a couple of Xavier defenders, those long wingspans all over him, and unfortunately for Baumgart, ball trickled out of bounds.
That might have been Preston Heim, number 5, coming in, but it was just too tough to get that ball out of the trap. And a timeout for the Phantoms. Looks like a 30-second timeout. Again, we'll be back at it Saturday. A rare Saturday afternoon game, girls matchup. One of the biggest, that's got to be the game of the night in the state, right? Ricardo was Hortonville takes on Notre Dame. Again, Polar Bears ranked number 2 in Division I. The Tritons ranked number 1 in Division II. We're going to go live at approximately 1:15. I think they call it the Ville over there, down Highway 15.
Did you say that Najee Mitchell was over there, Brett?
No, that he was just part of that.
Well, he's right over there on it. See where he is there, Rosie? Najee
Sure,
Mitchell.
yep, I got it.
By
Good
the
look
ref
at him.
there with the ball. He's kind of sitting right behind him. He was one of our Elite 11.
And one of our nominees for Football Player of
Yes.
the Year in the upcoming Northeast Wisconsin High School Sports
Great
Awards
player,
show.
great player, humble kid. Came in, couldn't have been more pleasant in the Elite 11 shoot, the photo and video shoot. So good kid.
Yeah, we are well underway in the planning stages of the Sports Awards show. It's going to be taking place in May. Don't have a specific date yet, but it will be held again at the Lambeau Field Atrium. We'll have information to come in the weeks ahead, including who our guest speaker will be. We'll release our winter nominees once the winter season is done. Spring nominees, of course, as well. And our premier awards like Boys and Girls Athletes of the Year, Coach of the Year, Team of the Year, all that good stuff. Sherwood. He's cooling off, Ricardo.
He is. That was a really contested shot, though, by Nordgaard.
What's the matter with him?
Yeah, I think these are the first misses of the night for him in terms of the three-point line.
20-point lead for the Hawks as we look at our Cellcom, Cooney's, Embroidery, and Sportswear scoreboard. I also wanted to mention, Landon Nordgaard. He's out there for West Appear, number 33. Mentioned his father, the great Jeff Nordgaard, who played at UW Green Bay. One of the top scorers in program history, almost 2,000 career points, just a little bit over 1,900. Landon Nordgaard's cousin, Con Knippel of Wisconsin Lutheran. Pretty good basketball family, huh? Bet you those family get-togethers are pretty intense, as there you go on cue, Landon Nordgaard with the bucket. And he's got 7. There's Krull again. He really attacks well off the dribble.
Near the 10-minute mark here in the second half, 60-42 lead. 18-point lead overall for the Hawks.
Quite a few guys returning to this Hawks team. They're going to miss Haley. They're going to miss Sherwood without a doubt. 2 of their standout players. But quite a bit of talent coming back for Matt Klarner, and that's going to be a foul against, I believe, number 10. Is that Reed Hippis?
Yes. Hippis, a running back as well for the football team, Brett. Hippis is like, I didn't think I was being too physical.
Kind of come off with a smile. I don't think Matt Klarner agrees with that call. As Borowitz, left hand, can't get it to fall. How about that for the offensive rebound and putback all in one motion, Riley Kraft.
Yeah, and this is where the Hawks have to be a little concerned here. Last thing you want to do is give up possessions and then have them be converted into points on the opposite end of the court, Brett.
Hey, there's still quite a bit of time left, and we saw in the first half that West De Pere can get red hot too, but let's see if the Hawks, nope, a little trying to cool off, but Kroll with the offensive rebound high off the glass and a chance for the three-point play. Kroll with 5 points all this half. Kroll, he's a nice piece to this puzzle, isn't he? He plays hard on both ends, makes good decisions, doesn't force anything. That's going to be a little short, but who's going to get the rebound? Looks like it's going to be a jump ball.
Is it though? Are they calling it that? It is, okay.
So West De Pere will get it. Down 18. Do the Phantoms have a run? Can they make this a little bit more interesting here in the next couple minutes?
Well, I'll tell you what they can't do. They can't have any turnovers, which they've done a pretty good job. They only have 1 in the second half. And I don't even think they have more than 10 for the game, so they've been doing a pretty good job at that. But now you got to convert possessions into points.
Ooh, there's a good move, working off a screen.
Which they did with Heim there, Brett.
Yeah. Attacking that baseline down to a 16-point game. There's Haley from the corner. Got it. No hesitation. That's 6 points for Haley. And just when you think, maybe the Phantoms could have a little bit of a run, there's Borowitz rainbowing one, nothing but net. The Hawks seem to answer.
Well, so did West De Pere on that possession, Brett. They're still down by 16. Is that going to be a push-off on
Well,
Pfefferly?
I think it's going to be on West De Pere.
Okay, gotcha.
That's going to be on Borowitz, his second.
Well, the scoreboard is fantastic, Brett. I just wish they'd keep the fouls up a little longer.
Yeah, I know.
If you're jotting it down and you look up, it's gone already.
Reminds me of the video board at Hortville, actually. Very, very similar setup. There's
Good
Haley.
thing you're keeping track of it, BC.
I'm doing my best. I thought Haley was going to let it fly there, but Hawks running some offense. Tough shot against 2 defenders.
That was a little bit of a late call there.
Yeah, Sam Pfefferly going to the line.
It's on Walder, 6'1" senior for West De Pere. Now Xavier a couple fouls away from being in the bonus. Pfefferly at the free throw line.
He's got 3 points this half. He's another one of those pieces to the puzzle, Ricardo.
Really
that
impressed.
Just does a lot of things well.
Well, I think speaking of doing a lot of things well, this Xavier team's really impressing me, Brett. I don't know what happened the last 2 games, but I suppose most teams have a little letdown during the season at some point, but this Xavier team is on fire tonight. I'm going to have to add up the rebounding advantage that they have. They are turning the ball over a little too much, though. Speaking of which, West De Pere commits its second.
He saw the official.
Oh,
the
I think
official
you're
was
right.
running down. And he looked thinking that that was a teammate. I almost hit our camera guy, our photojournalist, Dan
Yes, he
Powers,
did.
sitting there along the baseline. Dan's got to keep his eyes peeled and his head on a swivel, right? That almost hit him. But, yeah, check out a photo gallery later tonight, both on postcrescent.com and greenbaypressgazette.com. Dan, one of the best in the business, Ricardo.
Definitely. He's done Super Bowls, Olympics, anything you can think of.
He loves doing the high school sports, too. Sherwood working hard. Can't get it to fall. And here comes DeShane with it. Walder now. And Nordgaard doing some work inside. Tough shot. Good job by Kroll with the rebound. And here come the Hawks just flying down the floor. He's going to go coast to coast.
Wow, left
and gets it
hand.
to finish.
Now that's an athletic play for the kid, Brett.
7
Kroll,
points.
6'2" junior, showing some outstanding athleticism there on the drive.
Just take an opening, and they're attacking. There's no slowdown at all. Tough turnaround, beautiful finish. That's Preston Heim. 7 points for Heim.
Xavier's answering everything, though, Brett. The lead is at 17 points right now.
Oh, beautiful feed inside. Sherwood with the finish from Sam Pfefferly on the feed, a bullet pass.
I mean, again, the Hawks just have an answer for everything tonight. See Sherwood giving Pfefferly a handshake there, saying, nice speed, my friend.
28 points now for Alex Sherwood as he continues to make that climb up the all-time scoring list here at Xavier High School. Again, don't forget about that digital subscription, everybody. 3 months for $1. That's all it costs for unlimited digital access to the Post-Crescent, Green Bay Press-Gazette, any of our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Go to postcrescent.com/subscribe or greenbaypressgazette.com/subscribe to get in on that deal. Looking at Xavier's schedule coming up, they have Shawano, Winneconne, Green Bay West, New London, Green Bay Preble, Green Bay East, and then Shawano to close out the regular season. As for West Appear, at Little Chute on Friday, that's going to be a tough one. Menasha's going to be tough. Seymour's playing well. Notre Dame, Green Bay West, Beaver Dam, Ashwaubenon, and New London. As we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here of the regular season, particularly on the girls' side. They're really starting to wind down soon. Boy, deep three by Pfefferly. Nothing but net. Ricardo, there's just no hesitation. They see an opening, and they're letting it fly. 22-point game.
They've cooled off a little bit from the three-point line, but Brett, then what they have, 13 or 14 now?
I'm going to have to add that up here in a second. And here comes Twombly racing down the floor. He's looking for Sherwood. Bounce pass.
Oh!
And he tried to get it down. Does that count as a dunk, Ricardo?
No, it doesn't, but hey, it's a fancy layup.
For me, that would be a dunk.
Well, you did say the other night that you could touch the net.
I could touch the rim in my heyday.
Okay. All right.
Come on, give me some a little love. Patrick Bryson with the triple. I believe the son of, was that Nick Bryson, the head football coach at West Appear, former NFL quarterback. Oh, Twombly with a finish along the baseline.
This is just a clinic right now by Xavier.
Would love to know, would Matt Klarner consider this their best performance of the season so far? I mean, they look unstoppable right now. Again, keep in mind, though, West Appear out a couple of their key players.
Yeah, and Brett, you talked about Ethan Heck, 6'5" senior, and who else was it? Is it Borowitz?
No,
it's
I believe it's Easton Deshane.
Easton Deshane, okay.
6'4"
sophomore. So that's some size that they lost for tonight's game.
And what was that, 17 points a game from Ethan Heck, the Michigan Tech recruit? So that's tough. Having said that, though, that still doesn't.
Oh, you can't take anything away from Xavier. I even with West Appear at full strength, the Hawks really came out here and kind of, ever since midway through that second or first half, Brett, they've really owned this game. I will say that loss has been felt, though, on the rebounds.
Reitman working hard. Block. Nope. They're going to get Sutter Deshane on the foul.
Xavier has 35 rebounds right now, Brett. Let me check for West Appear. West Appear has 10.
And again, Ricardo, you're talking about Ethan Heck, a 6'5" senior. So yeah, you're definitely missing that presence, not only from scoring, but as you mentioned on the boards, without a doubt. So hopefully he can get back on the floor soon as Brightman knocks both down. Brightman with 15 points for the Hawks. But this has been vintage Xavier, right? This is the Xavier that we have come to know, expect to see when we stream these games, right? They get offensive rebounds and putbacks, and they're hitting threes, and they're flying up and down the floor, and they're causing havoc on the defensive end, and there's just no stop. There's just that one speed, and it's fast, and faster as Patrick Bryson knocks one down, his second triple.
Bryson, a freshman.
That's going to be a very interesting Division III around here because you got Brilliant as the top-ranked team in D3, and Little Chute's playing excellent basketball, ranked in the top 10 as well. These teams they're all in the same neck of the woods. They're going to collide at some point, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Very, very interesting to see how that'll play out.
Great. It's a double-edged sword having so many great teams in the area, but then only one or, depending on the sectional, two get to pop through to state.
Yeah, knock each other out or cancel each other out. I got to check the pairings, but I want to say that all those three teams are in the same sectional, I believe. Certainly I know Little Chute and Xavier might even be more in the, I don't know if that could be a regional final type game possibly, or a sectional semifinal. Who knows? Brackets will come out soon enough.
Brightman with the three-point attempt. Rebound now by Greisen. Sherwood with another rebound.
Rare game, too, that Matt Klarner is yet to call a timeout, hasn't needed to.
No, that's very true. By the way, Sherwood 15 rebounds.
There's another triple, short on that one.
That hit the foot of West De Pere's Sutter DeShane. Ball will remain with the Hawks.
I have the Hawks right now, Ricardo, for 19 threes.
Fantastic number. I don't know in terms of a school record because the Plowman years, they had some great three-point shooters then too. Travel.
Oh, check that. I'm sorry, 14 threes. 14 threes.
Say.
That's 19 threes. That sounded crazy to me, too. I had to re-add it up. I did take math in school, everybody. 14 threes. That's still
it was at Spash, though.
Easy now. Well, listen, 14 threes is a ton of threes regardless, right? That equals their two-game total from last week. DeShane from the top, short. And there's Baumgart working hard for that rebound and basket. He's got 12 points. It'd be interesting to see this West De Pere team at full strength, though. They've got some pieces. As Sherwood working hard.
Well, I will say that they won't see each other in the postseason. West De Pere's Division II, aren't they
right,
not?
and there's DeShane, Sutter DeShane. But you get a healthy West De Pere squad, and as I said, winners of 3 straight, 4 of 5 coming in. They'll be a tough team. Strong, physical. They got shooters. They're athletic. As Pfefferly is fouled. What do you got? You're going to go down and talk to some of these guys
I will
tonight?
talk to Sherwood and Coach Klarner a little bit. They'll probably end up being a note in my takeaways column for next week.
Yeah, well, how does that work again? Explain to everybody. Is that part of the digital subscription?
It is.
Yeah.
You got to be a subscriber, and I kind of take a look back at the week. Anything kind of catch my eye. A lot of times it's from games that I've been at throughout the week, Brett. But it comes out early during the week, so please check it out. Just go to postcrescent.com/sports.
Got to be a subscriber. Again,
True.
3 months for $1. That's all it is. Big rainbow from
Marrero.
Yeah, Yadiel Marrero, the 5'10 senior.
Subbing in for West De Pere, number 5, Preston Hyde.
19-point lead for Xavier. And they've been in firm control ever since the midway point. At one point, it was 27-27, Brett, in the first half.
And then, just collided with his own teammate there, Travel, but then the Alex Sherwood show took over. Sherwood has, 5 threes in that first half. He has 6 threes overall and 30 points, 22 in the first half. You got to ask Alex, why did he cool off here in the second half? As I say that in jest.
You're right.
Almost another block. Good rebound by Haley. He's fouled, and that's the 8th team foul. So Carson going to the line. 1-and-1 coming up for the senior.
Sherwood's night is done.
Haley with 6 points. He had a pair of threes, one each half. Yep. 2:18 to go, and the Hawks feeling pretty good about this one, up 81-62 as we look at our Cellcom Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear scoreboard. 1-1 coming up for Carson Haley. Good-looking player. Good shooter. He's another one of those pieces of the puzzle, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Carson Haley, 6'2 senior, 7 points. Does a good job of running that offense and picking his spots. No, if you're Carson Haley, Ricardo, you could have purposely missed that free throw and stayed in the game.
Could have.
And there's a timeout for Xavier. That's what I would have done. See a guy coming in to sub for me. I said, no, I think I'll miss this free throw. Get a few more minutes. Good look at Matt Klarner again, his 12th season here. I was looking that up. Couldn't believe it was year 12 already.
We're getting old, Brett. Time's going by pretty quick.
What do they say? The weeks are long, but the years fly by, or something like that.
Wow, that's deep.
It is deep. You got to think about that one, don't you?
Man, did you get that from a yearbook post or something?
I don't know where I got that from. Oh, look at that. There's a steal. And the bucket, that's number 12, Joe Gallucci. Joe Gallucci, a 6-foot sophomore. And another steal. Again, join us Saturday afternoon. And there's a bucket for number 33, Luke Olhoffen.
Wonder if he's the younger brother of Brooke Olhoffen, which was she was a very good volleyball player for Xavier a few years back. 25-point lead for Xavier. What a performance by the Hawks.
Rims out. Saturday afternoon, Hortonville against Notre Dame. That's a big non-conference girls matchup. We'll go live at approximately 1:15 p.m. We're going to have to work on a Saturday, guys.
That's not surprising. I usually work Saturdays.
Hey, it's that time of year. There's a hesitation for number 30, Ashton Rankin. Everybody's scoring tonight.
Crowd goes nuts.
Bryson lining it up, no good, but looking forward to that one, Ricardo. That should be a great game. We'll see how the Polar Bears do as Heim with a bucket. But the Polar Bears without Callie Pepler now for the season. She tore her ACL.
Yeah.
So that's a big loss for the Polar Bears. They got a lot of depth. And, of course, the Tritons not only eyeing up a third straight title, a lot of these kids coming back. You know, there's always kind of, I think, rumblings in Triton land. Maybe they could go for a four-peat on the girls' side.
Well, I can't wait to watch them on Saturday. Both teams, really, Hortonville and Notre Dame.
Left hand.
And that was against
Gallucci.
And that was against Nordgaard, too. Crowd's loving that. Young Joe Gallucci, sophomore, breaking ankles.
I was going to say normally with 10 seconds, I think now you might slow it down, but I'm not sure if that even exists in the playbook here, and I think it finally does. What a victory coming up for the Xavier Hawks. So awfully impressive 91-64 win for Xavier, which leapfrogs West Appear. And the Hawks now in first place in the Bay Conference.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what numbers for Shorewood.
Yeah, 30 points.
30 points for Shorewood.
We'll let Ricardo, he's going to again update his Twitter at PC, or at Ricardo De Leon, DELIAN, so give him a follow. And then give me a follow, if you don't mind, at PC Brett C. 2 T's for Brett.
Yes.
And Jim Rosandick at Metal Rosie, METALROSIE.
Alex Shorewood with 30 points, 15 rebounds, Brett. He also had 3 blocks and 2 steals that I saw. Again, these are unofficial stats. That's just from me, and I do have I do wear bifocals.
Well, I know you're going to give your some thoughts here before you head out.
Yeah. First off, for West Appear, we didn't see the West Appear team that we're used to seeing, right? So what do they look like when they're at full strength? They're probably a very competitive team. Their record shows that. Hopefully they get the kids back, before the start of the postseason, and they can kind of go from there. As I think Alex Sherwood's talking to one of them in the booth there.
Yeah, that'd be heck.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for Xavier, well, I don't know what happened last week with them, and I'm going to ask Coach, that question specifically, because whatever happened last week, after this performance, that must seem like an eon ago, because they looked in rhythm, they looked sharp, their defense was intense, and other than way too many turnovers, they played a pretty spotless game, Brett.
I'm guessing they had an intense
think so?
few days of practice, right? But like you said, Ricardo, that happens in a long season. You have a little bit of a hiccup and some cold shooting, but it was red hot tonight. Again, I have 14 triples for Xavier, 10 in the first half. Sherwood with 30 points, including 6 threes, so awfully good. But I think West Appear's going to be just fine once they get their team back together. As I said before, I think they have a lot of nice pieces. Tough when you're missing a kid like heck, who's 6'5", a college player, and one of the leading scorers in the conference. So that definitely disrupts. That does not take away what Xavier did, though, tonight. I mean,
no.
It was a 91-64 game.
And
they came out with a purpose and a mission tonight.
I feel really good about what I saw from Xavier. I'm going to consider those 2 losses an anomaly. And kind of think of Xavier in these terms, that this is when they're playing their ball, they're a very difficult team to beat in the Division III, Brett. So very encouraging if you're a Hawks fan to see your team come out and play so dominant against a very good team. Yes, a little shorthanded, but still this West Appear team had some really rugged athletes out there, Brett.
Yeah, really good, strong athletes, but it's going to be interesting to watch their path through the playoffs, and it's going to be very interesting to watch Xavier's path. As I said, some tricky opponents potentially coming up with a top-ranked team in Brillion and potentially another top 10 team maybe in Little Chute down the line as well. Little Chute would be interesting because they play a 2-3 zone. They really try to slow you down. That would be a battle of wills right there, wouldn't it? If you got the high-flying Hawks going against a team that's a bit more deliberate in Little Chute. But that's putting the cart in front of the horse. We got a few more weeks to go before brackets come out and we figure out the playoff path. But it's going to be fun. February's almost here. Thank goodness for that.
Oh, I love tournament season. Can't wait for that to start.
Get that January out of in the rearview mirror, right?
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you back here on Saturday, right?
Yeah, sounds good. Let me run down the scoring for the Hawks. Pfefferly with 8, Quimby with 3, Haley with 8, Galucci with 4, Krull with 7, Twombly with 12, Brightman with 15, Sherwood with 30, Rankin with 2, and Olhoffen with 2. For West Appear, Borowitz with 10, Greisen with 3, Heim with 9, Walder with 6, Kraft with 8, Nordgaard with 7, Sutter Deschane with 6, and Baumgart with 12. With the victory, the 6th-ranked Xavier Hawks improved to 15-2 on the season overall, now 7-2 in the Bay Conference. Up next for Xavier, they're at Shawano on Friday night. That's a Bay Conference matchup. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. West Appear, meanwhile, falls to 9-7 overall, 7-3 in the Bay. So the Hawks now with a half-game lead over West Appear in the Bay standings. And up next for the Phantoms, they're going to be at Little Chute. We just talked about the Mustangs. That's Friday night non-conference matchup. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. Again, as for us, we're back at it Saturday afternoon for that big non-conference girls matchup as Hortonville hosts Notre Dame. Again, Polar Bears number 2 in Division I, while the back-to-back state champion Tritons are number 1 in Division II. Live coverage for that game will tip off at approximately 1:15 p.m. And again, you can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. Thanks again to our sponsors, Cellcom. Get $500 when activating a new smartphone line, plus make the switch to Cellcom and get up to an additional $650 per line. You can visit cellcom.com/save to get in on all the details. And Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. They have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your organization. Contact them today at 920-731-0922 or send them an email at Cooney's, COONEYS 0922 at sbcglobal.net. So for Ricardo, for Rosie, for our secret weapon, and the rest of our USA Today Network Wisconsin crew, this is Brett Christopherson signing off from Torchy Clark Gym. Once again, the final score tonight, Xavier 91, West De Pere 64. Thanks for watching, everybody.